Right. Welcome back. We at Chaotic Good Gaming are going to do another quick session on the Fantasy Grounds NPC text import. Last one that we did was a little choppy, so figured that everybody would probably like to see that again with much better graphics in it this time. Still working on the Temple of Elemental Evil and bringing all of those creatures in. I've been able to um, put all of the creatures into a nice text file and format it properly, or at least as close as I could. One of the things that we did have to do in prep for that was um, I mentioned last time that the syntax for what Fantasy Grounds is expecting is a little bit particular, and it's not necessarily exactly what you're expecting. At After each um, action or after each trait, it's actually expecting there to be a period that delineates those. And so I went through a lot of it, and there may still be some that are unusual, but like typical weapon names and typical actions, I was able to do a global replace for all of those to make it a little bit easier on me in the text file. But we'll look at some of those as we go through this here real quickly. But as you can see, I've got the combat tracker up. I've also got the NPC screen up in order to get to our text input. It is this new three-lined blue button at the bottom of our NPCs. We simply click that, and it will bring in our import NPC. One of the things that's good about the monsters that I've gotten to now inside here is that there are actually descriptions of all of them, so I can show you what the difference is too with being able to include the descriptions. So the first one we're going to do is a giant ice toad, and I will cut and paste all of the content from my text file into here. All right. Again, uh, the guys at SmiteWorks have said we don't have to do this. I want to show you this um, feature, though, both to show you that it exists, but also to show you a little bit cleaner look and feel of this. But what they're saying is that you don't have to actually use this magic wand cleanup tool; that it'll do it automatically when you hit the import button. But if you right click on the text area for the import, you do get this radio menu, and in it we will click the magic wand. Notice that it does clean things up. Um, and First thing I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to clean up the name. Let's see, give us a G for giant, and a capital I for ice, and a capital T for toad. Okay, one of the things I mentioned last time is they're expecting the full set of words, armor, class, and then the number. Normally, I'm seeing AC colon in a lot of the text that we're dealing with, but I did, again, a global replace and clean that up. I check my numbers to make sure I don't have L's or I's instead of ones, which that looks clean. Um, it does take colons after damage immunity, senses, languages, and challenge rating, but amphibious is a trait, and it's not one of the common ones that I did a global replace for, so I have to replace that colon with a period there. Same is going to be true for um, cold aura and standing leap. So all three of these needed a period instead of a colon. And when I didn't expect any of these to be globally replaced, but what you can see is that I did fix bite here. So bite's already got a period after it. Swallow, that's another new one. Um, and note that it did wrap this text, so I'll go ahead and clean that up. Do the same where it's hit. So all of this is part of the swallow. Um, I need that space after the D, so it actually knows that's 2d10. Um, this when you got no new um, action name, it will keep this with the previous. And this is another piece that I was wanting to show you guys, though. But this is the description of the creature, so I will actually get rid of that there, and I will move it over to this side. Now, um, little bit of text was wrong in my um, OCR from scanning it. It should have been wide instead of I-vide. But what this will do is it will give us a nice second tabbed page in the description of the frog. So we'll go ahead and we will do the import and start to browse this and make sure. Oh, look at that. So it's 7, either I10 or L10. I will just correct that here. 7D10. There we go. Got everything else is looking pretty good. And it's got the bite properly done. It's got the swallow properly done. All of that looks good. All right. Very good. And then the other thing, let's show you that second tab page. Now, um, what it's done is, and this is one of the really nice pieces, is that it automatically goes ahead and gives us a nice looking graphical representation of the stats from the previous page. I will clean that one up as well. And it gives us the text that I was cutting and pasting into this other area as well. So we've got it converted. Now let's actually test it. I will drag and drop that onto the combat tracker. We will go here and actually look at it. We've got amphibious. That's right. Cold aura looks right. Yep. Standing leap. If you click on it, it will give you the description just like it should. All of the describe um, describe the bite are proper, and then the swallow also looks like it's good. Okay, so we are done with the giant ice toad. Excellent. Okay, so then let's go ahead and move on to the next one, and let's see what we can do here that might be pretty big or significant. We've got, let's see, goblin shark. That's an interesting one. Hargan Grew. Looks significant. The Hyracosphinx. Hyracosphinx. Okay. Got a number of different things, including legendary actions, and I haven't actually done legendary actions, so it'll be good to see all of this. All right, we'll clear that out. We'll paste that in. We'll also clear this out. We will go ahead and clean that up now. All right, just because of the way that the OCR worked, description of the legendary actions did not do this exactly as we were expecting. Let me clean that up. Let me here. Okay, close tag, teleport. I bet you we're going to have periods there as well. I know this is the description of the monster, so we'll drop that over here. All right, let's go down from the top and look at this. All right, yeah, 10 placed here. Right. Their stats look good. This is going to be perception's a +8 instead of a 4-8. Okay. Common and Sphinx. All right. Dive attack. I'm going to need to replace the colon with a period there. Inscrutable. I will have to replace the colon with a period there. Keen sight. We'll do it again there. Yep. Delete that carriage return line feed. Magic weapons. Okay, multi-attack good. Beak. Need to put a period instead of the colon there. Numbers look right. Claws, that all looks right. right, and then the legendary actions. All right, on the legendary actions, let's replace these colons with periods as well. And I hope that that is what they are expecting. Eight. Do that last one. 13D8. Yep, all of that looks good. All right, let's see what happens. All right. Good. Attack and damage for beak work. Attack and damage for claws work. And look at that. Legendary actions did clean up exactly like I thought it should. Excellent. Okay, so let's actually fix the IERACOSPHINX. All right. So then let's drop it into the combat tracker and see what it shows up as. All right, we've got a, yep, I've got a dive attack. It puts an effect on there. Awesome. Okay. That's interesting. Let me actually go look at that. That's an extra 9 damage. Yep. If this is flying and dives at least 30 feet straight towards a target and then hits with a melee attack, the attack deals an extra, oh, so it's the next roll, damage roll. And okay, good. An inscrutable, keen sight, magic weapons, multi-attack. Yes, beak and claws. That looks good. Legendary actions are showing up exactly like we're expecting them to, and the withering stare has properly configured itself. Excellent. All right. Well, that was a great, example of another conversion that had a number of things that we probably want to see exactly how they work, and I think we'll probably end this one there. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the chat. Thanks.